Welcome back to another week of
Coach K
Roommates
just
with
retired.
myself,
Go ahead.
Cardale Jones, and Tyvis Powell, brought to you by Lettermen Row for all your latest and greatest Buckeye news. Follow those guys at lettermenrow.com or check them out at lettermenrow.com. Follow them on Twitter at Lettermen Row. Tyvis, what's up, man? Let's jump into it, man. A lot of things going on in sports this week.
It is.
Clearly, we got the NBA Finals. We got some major golf right around the corner. The Memorial is this weekend, so that's going to be a good one. It's always great to have that right in your backyard here in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes, it is.
And then of course, we always can talk about our Buckeyes, our Buckeye football until we blue in the face. So, man, let's pop it up with some of this NBA basketball, man. What you think about? Your Lakers being down. I ain't gonna call them your Lakers. I
Lakers. Say, whoa.
The Lakers and LeBron James been down 3-2 to the Suns, man. Man, what do you think about that? You think the Lakers on the rope or what?
They definitely on the rope, obviously. For them, it's a lot that go into it. They won the championship last year, and they had a shortened offseason compared to everybody else. So, their bodies is tired. Plus, LeBron is up there in age. Then you had to deal with the injuries all throughout the season. So, they never been really full strength. Come back to the playoffs, the first game, obviously they lost to the Suns. But the next two, they was rolling. They did really well. Then Anthony Davis went down with this groin injury. And now it's like, we need LeBron. Well, I don't really care. They need LeBron to, go back to those back to them Cleveland Cavaliers and the Miami Heat days where, he just take over the games for the rest of the series because, that groin injury is serious. I don't know if Anthony Davis is going to make it back for the series or not, but the Suns do look legit right now. They playing some team basketball. I mean, last night, man, I watched like the first quarter, man, and they was flying around, man, and they was hitting shots. They had all the energy. So I kind of knew where that game was kind of going to go. So yeah, they pinned it. They on the ropes, bro.
When I was in Arizona, I had an opportunity to go out and watch the Suns play in person. And like you said, they playing team ball. I mean, without Devin Booker, I mean, clearly the household superstar name there is everybody's just playing their role. That's what I really like about them, but not trying to make this about the Suns or the Lakers. But, I remember, about a couple of years ago when the whole basketball greatest LeBron, Jordan, Kobe, all this stuff was going on, and they made some comments about LeBron. He never been eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. Well, he got a great opportunity. But it's man always pulling for the Cleveland guys, Northeast Ohio guy, Akron guy.
Yeah. Speaking of a Northeast Ohio guy, I know you seen how CJ McCollum,
Yeah.
I was like,
that dude he's on a different level as well, man.
Oh man, the Blazers had a good game. What Dave Lillard he actually dude who did everything he could to win that game last night. Yeah. And unfortunately it just didn't go well for him.
It's I'll tell you something right now. It's a lot and it's kind of been the trend over the last maybe 10 to 15 to maybe even longer than that years at the NBA. It's super competitive, especially when it comes to playoff time in the West. Yeah, I mean, you got guys in the East getting 4-0, 4-1, 4-1, all this other stuff, but guys are going to, almost, deep into the series of these games where it's going to test the durability and availability of each ball club out there. So good luck to pretty much, all the NBA teams. Like you said, everybody know I'm going for the Nets because I don't see no.
Whoa, then you got beef there because I'm going for the Bucks.
Listen, when three guys score 109 points.
Hey, listen to me. I ain't hearing nothing you talking about right now, bro. We got the freak. We got the freak. We good, bro. We good. Keep it in on NBA, man. I know you've been paying attention to how these fans been treating these players lately with the Westbrook getting the popcorn poured on them. You got Kyrie getting a bottle thrown at him. And it was another incident I can't think of off the top of my head.
I think it was Trey Young with the worst.
Yeah, Trey Young got spit on by So what like I mean, like I say, I love my fans. I love because without the fans, like we wouldn't really be a lot. But like, come on, dude.
at the end of the day, I know fans sometimes get caught up in the excitement and being a part of that franchise. and being a diehard fan, and they kind of sometimes take that to another level when it comes to the blatantly disrespect of these players. And I think John Moran, his parents or his wife and daughter experienced some type of hostility in Utah when that series was going on. So for players to go out there and not have that peace of mind that, you know, our families, our loved ones can enjoy the game and be supportive without getting the opposing team rowdy fans up and things like that. But don't get me wrong, this don't go for all fans. This don't go for all fans of all ball clubs, because speaking about the Utah situation with Ja's family, it was other Jazz fans that stepped up for Ja's family and got on the other Jazz fans who were heckling them and being disrespectful, and basically letting them know, hey, these few individuals don't represent us as a whole, as a Jazz Nation fan base. And we stepped up, and they stepped up, and they took up for that. So, that's pretty cool. Kudos to the people, for the fans who, you know, flirt with that thin line of being a fanatic and being respectful, but the ones that's, you know, going overboard. I mean, at the end of the day, these are grown men, these are athletes, these are women in some situations. That's at the end of the day, you know, they still have the right to protect themselves, and a certain point of disrespect people are not going to tolerate. And I'm glad that the NBA and I'm pretty sure other professional sports and other sports period are going to take the approach of zero tolerance when it comes to some of the things that fans are doing and saying. So I know that, you know, the Knicks guy who got all these guys getting banned for life. So
they doing a good job with that. But, you know, speaking to the fans, you know, like I get it. I do get the excitement that you definitely cheer for your ball club. But, you know, as long as it's always sports related, like it's like it is what it, like, you know, you could yell somebody suck and all that, whatever it may be. Like that's part of the game. But you spit on somebody or you throw a bottle at them, like come on. Man. Yeah. It's on the floor then. Like it ain't even about the game no more. At that point, it ain't even about the game.
Yeah, being in it's not gonna be too many things that get me out my hookup when it comes to a fan or opposing team to get me out of my game or get in my head mentally where I can't perform because I'm chirping back or I'm worried about what somebody just said to me. But certain things, I think all bets are off.
Yeah. I remember, hey, speaking of fans, I got a flashback for you. How about when we was after you put your infamous tweet out there that you know. Anyway, so I think you got suspended for a game, and then the next week, maybe whenever you was eligible, I think we played Indiana. And remember they had that for warm-ups, they had like a sign.
Oh, signs.
You went down there and ripped the signs.
that was funny, man. Golly, good old days. But man, switching gears a little bit, I know we was briefly before we came on air, we was talking about Naomi Osaka and her recent decision to withdraw from the French opener, and because of some of the things that she did not want to do when it came to the media. I mean, her comments was pretty much she wanted to pretty much step away or not want to do media because of her, her mental health and whatever things she's gone through. So definitely be praying for her and her family as she battled through the everyday ups and downs, and especially being the number one tennis player in the world. I can only imagine the pressure that's on her in such a young age and things like that. What do you think about her withdrawing?
Honestly, I applaud her decision because mental health that's serious, man. And, if you need to take some time at the end of the day, I get that, we're sports athletes, we're entertainers and stuff like that. But like at the end of the day, you got to take care of the number one person that's most important, and that's yourself. If you got to take some time away to deal with your issues or deal with the problems that you have, I mean, that you got to do what you got to do. I mean, anybody that's mad at her, needs to seriously look themselves in the mirror because, come on now, you want her to go out there and deal with mental issues and try to just to perform and try to make y'all happy. Like, what about herself? If she's falling apart inside, but she trying to put on this front that she good just to perform for y'all, that's not good. Don't y'all want everybody to be happy inside and out? So she's doing the right thing. And I mean, as far as the media goes, Like I think she said she gets really nervous when she gets to answer questions in front of the media or something like that. I think she said. I mean, that's definitely tough. I mean, I'm pretty sure people will probably be like, well, she could have took the Marshawn Lynch approach, where she could have just, I'm just here not to get fined. That's what it is. But, I applaud what she's doing. I think she's doing the right thing. It allows everybody. She's not the focus anymore in the sport. Like she gave it to them. Y'all got it this year. I'm gonna get myself right. Y'all go ahead and y'all do what y'all got to do so the show can still go on. So I applaud it.
Yeah, and she's such a great player. Clearly, she's not, number one, number two, whatever. She is top in the world for no reason. And that comes with a lot of pressure, a lot of responsibilities. And at the end of the day, like you said, man, yeah, we're athletes, but we're just like anyone else when it comes to dealing with the everyday struggles of whatever it may be. But my struggle may look different from your struggle, but it's still a struggle. And I still have to find ways to cope with it. I still have to find ways to deal with it. I still have to find ways to battle through it, especially playing at a high stage especially such an individualized sport as tennis or track and fields and things like that, where all your performance is based on you. Yeah. You don't want to put yourself in a position where she goes out there, got a lot of things on her mind, whatever she's dealing with, and she can't perform at her top level, and she go out there and get beat or not look as good as she's going to look, because guess what? Then what? Then dollars start to go out of her pocket, and then sponsorships start to leave, and then people start to question, is she that good, and blah, 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 and all that stuff. So that just comes with a lot of more issues when you can't perform at the highest level or to your own standards, and I think a couple of people from the tennis world made some comments that she should be banned from the French Open for the rest of her career and all type of BS like this, because they want to go out there and see her play, because she's going to feel.
I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, and it just shows you how big. Clearly, it's a big money thing, but it just shows you how some of these major sports put the dollar amount and filling these stands over that athlete's mental health or performance or just the well-being of the athlete overall. I mean, they saying that because clearly if I'm Naomi and I'm the best player and everyone's coming to see me every match from the first set, from the first game to the last game, well, I'm putting fans in the stands. I'm supplying. I'm having to operate. Well, I'm a huge reason why these concession stands are filling out, because I got these stands in the stand. All these fans in the stands on top of, they got to eat, they got to do all these other things. So it's going to be not amazing. I don't know what type of money tennis is really bringing in, especially with the COVID restrictions, how many fans they can have anyway. But it's going to be a blow to that already on top of her not playing. So, I said, kudos to her. Definitely we'll be praying for her and her family as she battled through whatever she's battling through. And hopefully she is ready for, whatever next major tournament is coming up, and she can perform and show, the world and show her own life. She's the, one of the top tennis players in the world.
I'll leave you with, you can't put a price on a peace of mind. That's one thing that I always learn.
That's crazy. That's a great point. That's a great point. So, yeah, we'll see, man. Switching gears to one of the things that we can talk about till we blue in the face. Ohio State football, less than 100 days away until the foot hits the ball to what Coach Marty always say, to preparation to something. I don't know.
We prepared. Preparation ends when the foot.
Preparation ends when the foot hits the ball. So we less than 100 days away until then, and we can finally go out there and see our Buckeyes play against a really good Oregon team, but a really good Oregon program. I don't know how well the team will be this year. Haven't kept up with them last year, especially because of the COVID stuff and the Pac-12 starting extremely late. But speaking about the Pac-12, man, I'm gonna read you a quote, and you let me know what you think of this quote. And this is from
hold on now, don't hurt yourself. Don't hurt you, because I know you know Hook use. Come on now, read it good now, read it good.
This is from Oregon's athletic director Rob Mullens. He wants to show Ohio State what Pac-12 football is like this fall. So your AD coming out and making a bold statement to the Buckeyes on the performance of not just Oregon, but the Pac-12. And he's going to shock the world. He's gonna shock the world when those ducks come flapping their wings into Ohio Stadium. That AD is ready to shock the world.
Hey, look, you know what though? Hold on now. Give him a little bit of credit now. A little bit of credit. When we did play them in the national championship, you know, I definitely did look at them like, you know, this is just the pack. You know, the Pac-12, you know, what is that? That's a passing league. You know, they don't play no good ball over there type thing. They just, you know, they built off of just speed and stuff like that. So I will say when we played them, like they came out and that running back was running that ball pretty hard. So I give them that. You know, I give them that. They got it there. They got some great players in the Pac-12, but come on, man. Like, I get that you trying to fire your team up. Like, I do. I get it. Like, you try to build some momentum for your team to go out here and try to pull this upset. But come on, just about to happen like that, man. I don't know why you even.
Man, comments. I believe comments like that should stay within the program, should stay in-house, because you don't want to give the other team, your opponent, fuel. You don't want to give them more reason to want to come out there and smash your face in. You don't want to give Ryan Day. You don't want to give Ryan Day.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Listen,
12.
Ryan Day was going to beat you by 30.
They already mad that we won the national championship, so that's in their head off a rip. Okay, I'm gonna tell you that right now.
AD, you don't want to. Okay, yeah, we're gonna pump that all camp. We're gonna pump. Oh, last time we played these guys, they beat us. Blah, that's our redemption. Blah blah blah. Let's keep that in house. But when you make public comments like this, oh, we're going to show those guys what Pac-12 football is about. You don't get the other team more ammunition. Now Ryan Day, he was going to run the ball in the third quarter when you guys were up, when Ohio State was up 35.
Was he? Keep passing. Wait a minute. Was he though?
He's going to keep passing it.
He was going to do that. He was going to do that anyway. So let's quit that. He's going to do that anyway.
Hey, so when that foot was going to come off the shoulder a little bit in the third and fourth, guess what he's going to do? I'm going to remind them of that tweet. He's gonna mash the pedal to the gas.
Hey, they got to stand on it now. They done put it out there. Now this is the thing. So say they go out there and probably Ohio State wins 63-12. Let's give them that.
Jesus.
What does that say about
Jesus?
63-12. So that means that all the teams in that conference is like this, huh? That's the type of ball y'all play. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. It shall be interesting. Yeah,
it's gonna be interesting. And then one thing, as a player though, Tyvis, can you, especially in college, college is more kind of the world of social media when it comes to the athletic world. Social media plays a huge part on it. When you were in college, did you find yourself searching your name on Twitter? looking after a game that you ain't play as well. Maybe you missed a tackle, gave up a catch or something like that in a critical situation, even though we still maybe pulled that win off. You find yourself searching your name on Twitter, and then comments like this. Do you think the players going to keep that in the back of their head? Like, okay,
listen to me. I'm gonna tell you. Like I can't speak for like Ohio State now, like the players that's there now, because I don't really know them that well. But let's say that they tweeted that back when you and I was there.
All over it.
Listen to me. We would have favored the tweet, right? Leading up to the game, we would have kept retweeting the tweet. And then after we blew them out, we would definitely put like a bunch of memes and just laughing at it. Like, remember this? So we would have definitely humiliated this AD for saying this. But it's a different. I don't know how they are now, but I'm just throwing it out there. I tell you what, I'm about to go favorite the tweet. I'm gonna do it for him.
I don't think it was a tweet. It was a comment that he made to one of his press.
Well, it's somewhere on social media.
But yeah, of course, one of the Ohio State websites or something like that, they freaking tweeted it out and made it say what they said. So I'm going to save that and going to see if Rob Mullens have a social media, and I'm going to send that to him after the game. But yeah, for sure, being in that situation, I know when we played, I love that. I can't wait to see, especially when a player on the opposite team says stuff like that. I think Landon Collins mentioned something when we was getting ready to play them in the national championship game. Or no, we was getting ready to play them in the semifinals.
Yeah, the Sugar Bowl.
Said that they were this is a scrimmage for the national championship game. It's playing against the scrimmage before the national. It gets ready for national.
Did he say that for real?
I said, oh, okay.
Oh, I gotta go look that one up.
Yeah, it was in one of the interviews that you have. You know, the press interviews that you have before the games leading up. So I know I took that personal. I said, okay, we'll see.
That's why you. So that's why you had to go see him in the game.
That's why I had to go see about it. That's why I had to go holler. You know, I was like, and then I think it was Mariota in the national championship game.
Damn.
They got a really good freshman quarterback.
That's what he said to you.
Yeah, because I haven't played. This is third game ever playing. Oh, they got a pretty decent freshman quarterback. I said, what happened in college? Just as long as you.
Wait a minute. Hey, he was sending shots. Mariota was sending shots like that.
But you know what it was? I think that was just misinformation that he had. But still, though, I take it personal. And, you know, I never like, hey, guys, look what these guys said. But it just gave me a little more fuel.
You give him the benefit of the doubt if you want to.
Yeah, so. But that's pretty much it. So I definitely.
That's nice that you go give him the benefit of the doubt. Now he sent the shot at you. He knew what it was because everybody get the look. They get the whole team roster. He seen red shirt sophomore. He seen it. Don't listen, don't tell him what it is. That's what it was. Red shirt sophomore.
Man, it's all good though, man. It's all good. But hey, man, thanks for joining us for another week of Roommates, brought to you by Lettermen Row. Myself, Cardale Jones, Tyvis, Powell. Catch you guys later. Go Bucks.